learn to have that relationship with yourself. Work on that shit because a lot of people put time and effort into building relationships with other people, and they don't have that shit with themselves. They don't know who the fuck they are.
Yeah. Or they forget. They get so wrapped up in.
They put a mask on going through society, but really in life they're like not happy with themselves. They talk bad to themselves.
Yeah.
They talk down on themselves.
Yeah.
And just puts them in a fucked up fucking mindset. I've been there. I'm speaking from experience, right?
Yeah.
One of the techniques I've read about, which is fucking crazy, it tripped me the fuck out when I used to do that shit, negative self-talk. It said next time you're thinking some negative shit, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Savage Over Average podcast, where we teach you how to unleash your inner beast and show you how to get after it. Today, we got Martin right here in the house.
Let's get it, you guys.
And we got Miss Sunshine.
Hello.
So today, we're going to go off the hat. We got some random words. If you guys haven't yet, make sure you like and subscribe. We appreciate you guys for checking it out. We're almost at 200 subscriber guys.
Yeah, appreciate
little
it.
Tongue twister. Hell yeah, appreciate it.
Yeah,
appreciate it. And you guys are sharing it too. And on TikTok, one of our videos got over 100 likes. So thank you guys for that shit. If you guys haven't yet, go follow us on Instagram and TikTok. Yeah. We appreciate the support. And let us know if you guys are benefiting from it too. Message us and comment us too. Let us get some feedback. What you guys like, what you guys don't like, what you guys want more of. And yeah, man, that's how we're going to grow the fucking podcast. You guys are going to grow with us. We're going to show you guys that anything's possible, including fucking growing this podcast.
Yeah, much love.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
Yeah. Also, we got the little announcement before we pick a word. You want to let them know about that, Miss Sunshine?
Yeah. We just wanted to remind everybody, we talked about a few episodes ago about 5K. A 5K that we were doing, run that we were doing. So we just wanted to remind everybody.
It's a fundraiser, right?
Yeah, it's a fundraiser. It's for the fatherless and underserved. It is, I think right now it is $65 for sign up. It is on June the 9th. It's on Sunday, and it's in San Bernardino. So those funds and everything that's raised do go for the men and women, boys and girls that are part of this, that are in need, who are really looking for help and looking for change, need some assistance. That's what it's going for. So it is for a good cause. We're going to be there. So we look forward to seeing you guys there participating with us if you're able to. We look forward to seeing everybody join, or anybody who can. Yeah.
And then if you can't do the race, they said you could donate.
You can even, donate. Donations. And it says 5K run.
Yeah.
You can walk it. I mean, do what you can do. If you can run a little bit, walk a little bit, run a little power walk, like you just go.
Yeah, we've never been to it personally, but they've said that people even have like babies with strollers and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like, just supporting. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it should be fun. We're gonna be posting the link, and
we're gonna put the link in the description so you guys could go click on it and check it out.
Yeah, give them a follow. Look into it, read about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, let us know if you end up signing up in the comments.
Yeah, join us, and we'll be there, and we can take a group picture together.
Yeah. Take a group picture, motivate each other.
Yeah, for sure.
Yep, looking forward to it.
And yeah, so we're gonna jump in straight into it, to the hat, and see what word we got today, and hopefully we don't hurt your guys' feelings with our opinions. You know what I'm saying?
We might have different opinions, but
that's okay.
But we all want the same thing. We all want to improve and get better, progress. That's all we want.
There's nothing wrong with having different opinions.
Yeah.
All right. So today, I think
let's see.
Robert's gonna go ahead and pick one out.
Oh man, I'm nervous about some of them, dog.
Yeah, and if you don't like it, don't worry. We'll edit out and we'll pick another.
Sure.
No, I'm kidding. We'll run with it.
Mental health.
Okay.
Oh shit.
Wow.
Oh man. Before we get into this one, if you guys are suffering from mental health, make sure you guys seek out help. We're going to put the number right here somewhere in the description if you guys need it. If you guys feel like, you're going to hurt yourself, hurt somebody else, anything serious like that, you really need help, go seek it.
Yeah.
Because your mental health is priority above anything.
Yeah, I mean, I think about that, and just based off what you just said, we definitely got to put a phone number for suicide prevention.
Yeah, that's what I meant, yeah. We're going to put a number for the hotline or whatever it's called, right?
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So
regardless of however the podcast goes, like if you need help, go seek help from that fucking hotline or somebody, right?
Right.
Yeah. But yeah, so this is one of the ones I didn't really want to talk about. I'll be straight honest.
Why?
Because it's a touchy subject.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Why? Because you've been through it, or you don't know much about it, or how is it touchy to you?
Or you just push through everything, it doesn't matter. More like that.
Yeah.
Well, because me and my mom right here, we got different opinions. We got different opinions about it.
Right.
And I got different opinions than most people.
Okay.
And most people, I feel like they use it as a crutch.
Okay, yeah.
And I call them out on that bullshit. Not bullshit, but I call them out on their bullshit, and they don't like it. You know?
So, yeah.
What he sees as excuses.
Yeah.
Yeah, what he sees as excuses, which you're entitled to your opinion. I think there's no right or wrong, but I disagree. Okay. I will disagree.
Because I know we've had a discussion and, talk about, like, the times that you've been in your sickness. That you've been in your treatments and you've been feeling a certain way where it's more internal versus what's being shown on the outside of you. You know, like that one time you said you were in bed and he's telling you, get up, get over it. But he doesn't know. Like,
you're already in pain, get something out of it.
So I guess we can start with you, Sherry. Mental health, what comes to your mind?
I think I've experienced it in different ways, like how you were saying, with my lupus. There has been times where I've definitely have pushed myself over the limit. And it does set me back. So I've had to take time to learn to listen to my body. Because if not, then I'm down in bed for like 2 days, 3 days. And then that's where sometimes he'll come in and he'll be like, well, you're already in pain. You might as well get something out of it. And in my head, I'm just thinking like, boy, if you only knew. And I'm just like, nah, it's not that easy. It isn't that easy. And he's like, well, how isn't it?
But you're talking about the physical or the mental? Because
no, I'm saying the physical, but it's because mentally you can't get there because of the physical.
What do you mean?
Because physically you can't.
Physically, I understand, but like mentally.
Yeah, but because you're not there physically, you can't get there mentally. Mm-hmm. Mentally, you're somewhere else because of physically. Mm-hmm. So you can't be, to me, my opinion, sometimes you can't be on the same page. So I'm saying like I've struggled with it, dealing with it that way. But then there's different ways to me to struggle with it because like I've dealt with anxiety. You know what I mean? That's all in your head.
Yeah.
It's all mental. And I will agree it is all mental.
But you didn't always see it like that, right?
No. Not when you first get it. You don't even know what the hell's happening. You're just like, what the heck? Like, this is weird. Like, I don't even know what's going on right now. But then it is all in your head, and it's just a matter to balance that. And it's easy, I think, to tell somebody, like, get out of your own head if you've never dealt with anxiety. And that's where him and I may differ because he's really never dealt with that. And me, where I have, and I'm like, well, it's easy to say get out of your head when you can't get out of your head. And I don't know if you've dealt with anxiety at all.
Yeah, I definitely have.
Yeah,
I definitely have. Have you really haven't like dealt with it?
I mean, I think I have before people it was so popular, I guess.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Before it was...
Because I remember I was so shy and nervous to go talk to people or like big groups, big settings, public settings. I'd be so shy, I'd start fucking sweating, stuttering. Like even to go talk to a cashier at the fucking store.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I'd get like kind of, not where I'm like so fucked up, but I get super nervous and super anxious. So and I wouldn't want to be that. I fucking want to run out.
So you've gone through it, but you just didn't know what it was.
I never heard fucking anxiety back then. I was just like, I'm being a little bitch.
Yeah.
Straight up. That's how I seen it. This was like what? 2008, 2009, 10, shit like that. So I don't know if that's anxiety. Everybody, I guess, sees anxiety different, right?
Yeah. No,
well, being anxious.
Yeah.
Well, because some people there's where they completely break down. Some people, they could sit here and have a full conversation. And they could say, I have anxiety.
And you wouldn't even, some people you wouldn't even notice they're having anxiety. Yeah. Because I remember, I think I've said it one time on here where I was at the gym having anxiety. But it's all, for me, I think what's helped me is trying to change where your mind is at. So whether you're sitting in your car or you're at work or you're in your house, your room, like focus on like 3 or 2 different things and repeat those things in your head. Like whatever it is you're looking at, like that chair is brown. You know what I mean? The TV is black. Like you have to me, specify things to change what's going on up here, to change your mindset.
Yeah.
That's what has helped me anyways in the past.
Yeah. Like, for example, just me, myself, personally, right before we got started here today, you guys were like, what are you doing?
I'm like, what's going on right now? What are you doing?
You're meditating or you're nervous? What's going on? It's like you said, I put myself in a whole nother dimension. I close my eyes, I breathe. The breathing helps, take deep breaths in. I start visualizing success, a successful podcast, a successful thought, maybe a song that like motivates me. Like I was like in my own little spaceship, and I was listening to some Nipsey Hussle and just all in that little moment.
Yeah.
And just kind of relaxing my body, getting these negative thoughts out my head, like just being
trying to change the energy.
Because keeping it real, like it's scary, being in front of cameras, being in front of a mic, being on YouTube, being on all these platforms, and
or having eyes all looked at you.
Yeah. So there's people that are introverts, and then there's extroverts, and I think I'm more of an introvert than an extrovert, but a lot of people don't know that. I just fight the fear every single time. You know what I mean? So I think it's like kind of like what you did.
People who would know you would be like, "Oh, I wouldn't see you that way."
Right. Yeah. Right. But they don't know that like every single time right before we start, I'm like freaking out, So or when I do a lot of things that I do, I just fight my fear because I know that like rejection might happen. You guys kind of talked about that. It might happen, but I know I have to get over it.
Yeah.
I know I have to go over that hurdle. Like I might knock over the hurdle and hurt my leg, but I still got to keep running. I still got to keep going forward.
Yeah. Or even if you're not running and you're crawling, but as long as you're still moving forward, not backward or staying stuck.
Right. And they say if you're going to fall forward. That way you know what you fell on and, get back up and do it again. So, yeah, but other than that, like I've dealt with anxiety myself in the past where when I got my DUI and I was like, I knew that any moment I was going to get fired from work. I knew any moment like my paychecks were going to stop coming in. I knew like I was already struggling paying bills and paying credit cards and stuff. And I remember like having a physical feeling like in my like the tension in my body and my muscles and my back was aching and I
everything
like
all tight,
very tight to the point where I'm like I want to cry because of this like just pain like this just
I think it's just like tension and pressure.
Stress.
Yeah,
Stress.
I was stressed, man. So it was a mixture of anxiety, stress, and I didn't know how to deal with it.
Yeah,
that's what I think the problem is. I think what they say, pressure busts his pipes.
Yeah.
And most motherfuckers nowadays don't deal with no fucking pressure at all.
And pressure makes diamonds.
You know what I'm saying, dog?
Yeah.
And there's only one way you test a diamond.
Right.
With pressure.
Under pressure.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You got a bunch of fake diamonds running around and shit.
Yeah. What are you gonna be? A cookie that crumbles, or you're gonna pop out shining like a diamond.
Yeah. That's the only way. And I think most people, they're mentally fucking weak. So when that pressure does hit them, they don't know what to fucking do, and they can't control their own mind. They got no fucking control over their own mind.
Yeah.
And I feel like for me, what's helped me is working out because it's putting me in stressful situations every day. Shit I don't want to do. It's a stressful situation every fucking, maybe not every day, but most times. And not just that, but other stuff I do. Like this podcast, little by little, you know what I mean? Like, all right, I got to do it. The first episode, it was fucking horrible. It was fucking cringy, dog.
Yeah.
Go and watch it. I'm like, fuck, man, we were fucking nervous as shit.
And tell me why that has the most views.
Yeah. Yeah. But it's cringy, but it's like, okay, we had to fucking get over it. Yeah. It's only going to get better from here. You know what I mean? I was anxious as fuck that day. Yeah. I don't even like the word anxiety. I don't give that shit no fucking power. I feel like when you say that shit, you give it fucking power over you.
Yeah, you're like opening the door.
Yeah, dog,
open.
That shit don't even exist in my fucking world. In my mind, like, if I do get it or get some feeling of it, fuck that. I don't even got that shit.
Yeah.
Get that shit out of your fucking head. It doesn't fucking exist. Get it out of my vocabulary. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah, but not everybody's like that.
No, I'm saying for me, though. Yeah, that's how I see it. That's what I do. Because I feel like you think I don't understand, right? Because I've never dealt with it.
Yeah.
But like I said, that whole cashier shit or like being nervous talking, or when I was younger, talking to girls, certain situations, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I have dealt with being nervous. It's just, I've been able to overcome it. And I feel like the way you're able to overcome it is little by little.
Yeah.
Not everybody, like kind of like how we talked about, not everybody's going to go jump in. That's one of the situations where you got to do it little by little. If something makes you nervous, like going to like the cashier, whatever, like, okay, you know what? Instead of going to self-checkout, I'm going to go see the fucking cashier and talk to him and have a little conversation. Mm-hmm. Or maybe I'm not going to have a conversation, but I'm just going to go do it.
Yeah. Try to be social.
Whatever it is. Yeah, little by little.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you work at it and you might go and you might still be like, oh, fuck that. But little by little, sooner or later, like you're going to overcome it.
Yeah, you break out of your shell.
People don't realize how much you could overcome with pure consistency. Doing this shit over and over and over again, dog. Mm-hmm. You know?
I think anxiety, too, has to not only do with fear, but sometimes it's just, like you said, stress. Sometimes people get it because whatever situation they're going through at a moment. Because I remember the very first time I got it was when I was going through my divorce. That was the very first time I got it. And it felt like I was having a heart attack. That's how it felt. And I remember just sitting at the edge of the bed and just rocking myself. And my dad comes in, he thought I was on drugs. Like, are you using drugs? And I'm just like, I'm trying to stay focused. Just leave me alone. Don't talk to me. I'm trying to just stay in the moment here. I'm trying to stay, like you said, psych yourself out.
Yeah.
But I really thought it felt like a heart attack. That's how it felt, And I was like, dang, man. And they say when you have an anxiety attack that's how it feels, like a heart attack, but it's not.
Now, when the moments that you've experienced you going sideways on your mental health, what is it, something that you do, or is it an activity, or some women, they do knitting, they do, a lot of different things. Is there something that you go to?
Yeah. There's different things. It just depends. Like sometimes I would go with Savannah to the park. Like I'm like, come on, mama, let's go. Or I'd now I color. You know what I mean? I do the adult coloring books. It just depends. It just depends. But I always try to keep myself focused and busy, not just sitting there letting it consume me. Yeah. I think that's the worst thing we do as individuals, is sit there and try to let it, not pay attention to it, but it's not going to go nowhere if you don't do nothing about it. You know what I mean? So then it just starts consuming us.
So
and
how
then
do
it
you,
gets worse.
How do you recognize that it's something triggered it, or it's on its way, or it's about to happen? And then how do you make the plan to escape to the park or the coloring?
Well, I think with me, the only time I think I've ever really had to deal with anxiety is when it was life-changing things happening in my life.
Okay.
That's personally when I've dealt with anxieties, because life-changing things were happening. Whether it been my divorce, me being sick, it was like life-changing things. So then you feel overwhelmed. You don't know what to do, what's going to happen, what's going to go on. And then that, before you know it, that just all consumes you. But I think I've learned throughout the years, thank God I haven't had one in a long time. Yeah. But I think I've learned just to manage it more. You know what I mean? And not get so overwhelmed with life or the things that happen in life.
Yeah, because I know in life, the most consistent thing is change. Things are always changing, from a level 10
to good.
Yeah, from a level 10 and, switching from a marriage to losing somebody, or something as simple as getting a new position at work, or, just not knowing who you're going to be involved with, at the next steps. What about you, brother? What do you do to kind of escape when the moments that you had anxiety, for example, like you said, talking to people, talking to women, talking to register, or even now to this day where you don't allow anxiety to kick in?
Yeah.
I know now, I knew one of your things is, running and working out, but is there anything else outside of that?
Yeah, so how you said escape, I don't even like that word, because I wouldn't escape. I'd run towards it. Okay. Whatever it is, fucking run towards it. Because you're escaping, you're already putting up a wall, you're putting up space. Yeah. You're making it worse, you're building it up more in your head. Yeah. Instead of get the fuck over it, pull the fucking Band-Aid off, and keep fucking going. That's how I see shit. Obviously, there's different situations. Some people got it more mild, some people got it more extreme. Yeah. But what are you doing about it? Don't tell me how you have it. Tell me what you're gonna do about it, and what are you doing every day. We don't want to talk about problems. We want to talk about solutions.
100.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So, what do we need to do to fix it, or what things we need to try to fix it? If that didn't work, what else do we need to try? Yeah. What else we need to do?
Because everybody is different, and different things work for different people, right? But try to run towards it. I mean, have you tried it yet? Yeah. I don't. That's me.
Yeah. Face your fears.
Some shit that, and like you said, how do you recognize it? For me not wanting to do something, I'll catch it. And I've been in the whole self-development little fucking world within myself. So I'll realize, why don't I want to do that? Fuck, I'm fucking scared. Let me fucking overcome that shit. Yeah. before I build it up more in my head and I get even more of a fear over it. Just fucking go do it. Mm-hmm. That's how I see shit.
Got it.
And like wording's important, you know what I mean? How the people say like I want to escape it or I don't. And the first step is to believe you can fucking overcome it. If you always put it in your head, I'm always dealing with the anxiety, you're always gonna fucking deal with anxiety. Mm-hmm. It's not gonna fucking go away.
Yeah.
Because you're putting power, like people don't realize.
Power.
You're giving it fucking power. Mm-hmm. People don't realize that shit.
Or when they say I can't.
Yeah.
I can't go.
So
it won't go away.
So the first step is to realize that you can fucking overcome it and you can fucking be free from it.
It's just a matter of figuring out how.
Yeah.
Because like you said, everybody is
and believing in it. Actually, genuinely believing in it. Because I could tell you and you could believe it, but then when you're by yourself, you start doubting that shit, which is normal. It happens to everybody, but you got to check yourself and be like, no, you know what? I can fucking break free from this shit.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Yeah, because I know a couple, like, words do cast a spell on your thoughts.
Yeah.
So if you're using those words, I can't, or like, just anything like that just puts you in a different mind frame.
Yeah.
Because you start believing your own words. Like if you say like, oh, I suck, I'm not good enough, I'm this, I'm that, like you're literally putting yourself down and you're feeding that whole energy into yourself.
Because I had a good cousin, a real close cousin I'm with, Ivalani. Mm-hmm. One time she told me, and I would always say it. I would always say it because I was by myself for a long time. So I would always say it. Girl, I'm just meant to be alone. Girl, I'm just meant to be alone. Like, I'm okay with it. Everybody else needs to be okay with it. And it would just be something I'd just say. Until one day when I was at her house, she turned around and she's like, you know what? Come here, sunshine. I'm like, what? And she's like, I'm going to tell you something. You know how you turn around and you say, like, I'm just meant to be alone. Like, it's all good. I'm good with it. And I'm like, yeah. And then she's like, I'm going to tell you something. I don't even know if you really mean it when you say it. She goes, but I'm just saying you shouldn't say it. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, why? And she goes, because you got to be careful what you tell the mind.
Yeah. Because
then you start believing that you really are meant to be alone and you don't deserve that. Yeah. Like, you don't deserve to have a companion or be happy. Like, you're saying you don't deserve it. And I'm like, damn. Like, when she told me that, I was just like, damn. Well, yeah, I never said it again after that. You know what I mean? But it made me think about it. Like, and then she's like, yeah, be careful what you tell your mind because you will start believing it without even realizing it.
And your actions will start to align with that too. Like, what you believe, you become.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, your words and your thoughts become your reality.
Yeah. And that's what she said. She goes, because you just, without even realizing, you'll shut people out without even realizing it. Mm-hmm. And because you want this little bubble, like, I'm good by myself, I'm good alone, like, I'm good. And I was like, damn, like, I went home and I started thinking about what she said, and I was like, damn, that shit's true. You know what I mean? Like, be careful what you tell your mind because you start believing it.
And sometimes I think we say those words or we give those thoughts to kind of give ourselves an excuse and a comfort zone. Like, it's okay. I'm like, in that case, it's okay that I'm alone because I don't want anybody. But truly, deep down, you probably do want somebody.
Yeah, nobody wants to be alone.
Nobody wants to be alone, and you do deserve somebody good. You know what I mean? You do. You do deserve a happy life, and I think we all do.
Yeah. I think it's important too how our environment, our surroundings, and the people we have around us. Like, she had somebody who told her that, but there's other people that they like would enable you basically.
Yeah.
Oh, you got anxiety. Okay. Oh, you're depressed. They'd be like coddle you. Is that what it is? Coddle you and shit. Make you feel all fucking like.
Never heard that word.
I know what you're talking about.
Like coddle, like a fucking baby
Hindering?
You and shit. Like baby the fuck,
you?
like baby the fuck out of you.
Put you in a cradle.
You know what I'm saying? They fucking like, oh, baby the shit out of you. Like, no, instead of telling you like, no, you need to fucking get the fuck up and get after it. Like, work don't care. You got anxiety or depression.
Also, they'll be like, oh, poor thing. I hear what you're saying. Like, be sad with them.
Yeah.
Or like me and somebody at work today were talking about how like sometimes bad energy.
It's like contagious.
Sometimes you got to learn the difference between a bad energy, because even when you're around somebody, not that you don't want to even help somebody that has mental health or bad, whatever their anxiety, whatever they're going through, but then you got to learn your limit because you don't want that stuff to roll off onto you.
Absolutely.
Then you go into your house and all of a sudden now you're dealing with all that energy and all that. You know what I mean?
You absorb the frequency from somebody. Kind of like, I don't know if you've ever been in a room with somebody and just right away without them even saying anything, you feel a certain way. You're like, dang.
Body language.
You're like, dang, he's
Body
making
language.
me feel sad, or he's making me feel happy, or you know what I mean. So we attract energy from each other.
Yeah.
And it's a frequency.
It's either going to be a good or bad energy.
Yeah, it's a wavelength that you take in.
Yeah.
And
For me, I like to call people on. Like, if you're close to me, if I value you, if I care about you, I'm gonna tell you honest. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And there's some situations where it's like, okay, say somebody loses somebody, like a family member. I'm not gonna be like, stop. It ain't nothing. Fucking get over anxiety. You know what I mean? There's a time and a place to be fucking sad or be fucking
Right.
You know what I mean? But just don't say sad. What's the difference between being sad and being depressed?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Sad is an emotion we're supposed to feel.
Yeah.
There's a bunch of emotions that we're supposed to feel that.
Yeah.
But what's the difference between having anxiety and being nervous?
Yeah.
I remember I heard a quote where it was like all the racers, like track stars or like 400-meter dash runners or whatever, they all asked them how they felt before the race, and all of them said they were excited.
Oh, okay.
And they
Instead
said,
of saying nervous.
Instead of saying nervous.
That's what you better start doing.
Yeah, they started saying that, and they
like,
said
"Yep, we
they asked
excited
them
up in
like,
here."
why you they were I guess doing research why they were excited instead of saying nervous, and I guess they said because they all been preparing for this moment. They've been fucking preparing, training. They want this moment.
Right.
They're looking forward to it.
They
Yeah.
train months and months for a couple minutes.
Well, that fool Usain Bolt.
Yeah.
He trained in what, years for like fucking couple seconds.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody see that shit. But yeah, I feel like not only that, but depression too. Depression is another one. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? And they say what? If you're depressed, you're living in the past. If you're anxious, if you're nervous, you're living in the future. And you're living in the present, that's when you're going to be the happiest. That's when you're going to feel the best.
Yeah.
I like that.
You know?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Because I feel like I've dealt with depression a lot more than anxiety. I don't know if you know that.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of people who know me kind of know that because I used to be people who know me back then before this whole savage, before I was a fucking savage, right?
Yeah.
So I dealt with that shit. So I don't want people to think that I don't understand when it comes to mental health.
Been how you are right now.
Like, oh, he don't know. He's never dealt with that shit. Like, nah, yeah, bro. Like, I try to take my fucking life and shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Well, man, I agree with you as far as because when you lost your dad, like I felt a certain way, but that was your dad.
Yeah.
So
your dad, your best friend.
Yeah. So like it's like, and I had feelings towards the way you had felt too, because I was like, damn, like I miss him. Like imagine how you feel.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like that's your father, bro. And so yeah, like I just always thought about you, man. And I was like, man, I wonder how's he doing? Like how's he feeling? And you had gone MIA.
Straight up.
You know what I mean?
Oh, he went in a dark place.
Yeah,
He went in a real dark place.
And a lot of people don't know that, you know, and I'm going to, like, I guess, expose myself or whatever. I ain't ashamed or embarrassed because it's going to help people.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's
Well,
the whole
it's part of
purpose
your
this
story.
shit. Yeah, but too, as a man, that's like vulnerability. It's like, it's something you're not proud of, the way I see it, right? Doing some shit like that because it's looked upon too because, you know what I mean? Being vulnerable and weak and shit.
Yeah,
So
but
it's
I
hard
think
to- it's
that's
hard to
how
talk
society likes to.
It's hard to talk about it too.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's your story. It's what you went through, and it's what you felt. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You can help others that are hiding too. That are, you know what I mean?
And well, not only that, to let other people know, like it's okay.
Yeah.
It's okay to be to feel that way. It's okay to go through that way. Just don't stay stuck there.
Yeah.
Like it's okay to be that way,
Yeah.
and to have that emotion and feel that way.
And to be like, I was here and now I'm over here.
Yeah.
So you could do it too. You know what I'm saying? Anybody could do it.
Yeah.
The way I see it. As long as you got breath in your body, you're still in the game, dog. Once you're 6 feet under, that's when it's like, okay, you can't do shit about it.
So what made you kind of get out of that situation? Because when you were in that situation, you were hanging around with a certain crowd. You guys were
No, he wasn't hanging around with nobody.
Yeah.
or
Like
you
literally.
just,
Yeah,
you just
dog.
got yourself literally away from everybody.
Literally, he closed everybody out.
Yeah.
Okay.
It didn't matter if you were family or friend. It didn't matter.
Because right before that, you were hanging out with certain friends that you guys were drinking and smoking.
Yeah,
like, every
family.
night.
Yeah, regular shit.
That was just regular people.
Barbecuing, family barbecues, friends, shit
Yeah.
like that. Yeah.
Still. Yeah.
But it did have to do some of my pops passing away, you know. Felt like a void at big time because he was like my best friend, role model, fucking superhero.
Yeah.
And once that shit happened, I felt like I didn't have nobody. So I put myself in a place where I literally had nobody. Even though I did have them, I acted like I didn't. You know what I mean? And that shit fucked with me too and shit.
Yeah.
For a long time too, like years, dog. Just drinking, smoking, treating my body like
It
shit.
wasn't just like 4 months, 6 months, a
Yeah.
year. Like no.
And
Yeah,
like
it
I
was
said
bad.
too, there's multiple times where I've thought about like, you know what I mean, fucking taking myself out, and I fucking tried too. Thankfully,
Yeah.
it didn't happen.
Wow.
But I was like, fuck it. You know what I mean? What's the point of fucking being here?
So how do you get yourself out of that mindset from being like in the dark and
like what made you snap to one day just being like, what the fuck am I doing?
I don't think it was one day though.
I mean, what something had to change, whether it been a week, like what led to that to made you take a step back to be like, what the hell am I doing? Like, what am I doing with myself right now?
Yeah.
Like, what triggered it? What triggered that to happen?
That's what I'm saying, though. I don't think it was one thing, because even after, it'd be like a roller coaster. Because I'd feel like, okay, I'm fucking super down, this and that. And then, obviously, I didn't fucking, you know what I mean, go through with it or whatever. And then I'll be good. A couple weeks, months, whatever. And then, boom, all of a sudden, it just hits me. I feel like shit again. Mm-hmm. So it just go up and down. But the thing is, it'd be spread out now. So maybe it'd be 6 months, maybe it'd be a year. It was little by little, and I feel like the thing that helped me the most was working out and working on myself, because it builds that self-confidence and shit. Mm-hmm. It's just using your body. It releases the mental endorphins and all that shit. All the scientific shit I can't fucking explain.
Yeah.
But I watch videos on that shit where it releases chemicals in your brain and you feel way better about yourself. I think that was a big part. And then believing I can. I think that's a big part too. Believing you can, believing you're worth it, shit like that. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Yeah. And being around, I guess, trying to be around positive people, even if they're just videos I watch. Just positive shit. And then another thing too, people don't realize, like, we consume a lot of shit. And not just in food, as in music, as in videos, social media and all. And I was consuming a lot of fucking depressing music. You know what I'm saying? I would just be like, oh, I could relate to it, not knowing that I was putting myself more into that shit.
Is there like a certain artist that you want to tell people, like, hey, stay away from listening to that kind of music?
I wouldn't think that.
No.
I think it would just be just different music straight across the board.
Yeah.
It was just dark music, shit that talked about that shit, and I just basically had that motherfucker on repeat.
Yeah.
So how do I expect to break that mindset if I'm putting myself into it?
Putting yourself in the water.
Yeah.
It's like an ocean and you're throwing yourself back in every single time.
Yeah.
And how do you expect to ever get out when you're just going more and more deeper sinking in?
Yeah, it took me a while to realize that shit, dog.
Yeah.
And now I don't really listen to that shit no more. I listen to uplifting music or motivational fucking workout. I mean, people know if they see my Instagram, the music is way different, right?
Yeah.
I try not to listen to it because you consume it.
Yeah.
You know?
So,
yeah.
How about, can you give us a definition? Can you ask Mac a definition of mental health? Just to kind of see what it throws back at us, and we can kind of dive a little deeper into that. Because we're just kind of talking about our...
So you said, though, for yourself, though, when you dealt with it was with your DUI. You lost your dad, too, though, no?
Yeah, but I was 4 years old. So it wasn't like, for example,
You were little.
Robert's situation where I didn't feel it as much. Mm-hmm. But don't get me wrong, growing up, I mean, I still had no dad, and I had all my friends had dads, and I'm like, damn, like I don't have that relationship. I don't have that bond with my own father, you know what I mean, to teach me these things that they're learning, or they're going fishing, camping, this, that, or the discipline, you know. So yeah, I like definitely, like, I cried a lot, even as an adult, you know, as a teenager, but like kind of missing my dad, you know, just putting myself thinking about him, like, dang, it could have been like this, or we could have been doing this. Like,
but
definitely.
You would have never said you had anxiety or anything going, like, even as a teenager, like growing up, you know what I mean? Without those years, without your dad.
Yeah, no, I don't think so. No. Because I think I was too young to really feel the huge impact, you know, like, but definitely it was needed. Like, I definitely, not having a father, like, definitely, like, did something to me. Mm-hmm. And like I said, I remember one time, I was with one of my uncles, my father's dad, in Mexico. Mm-hmm. And I still remember, because I'm like, dang, like, if I would have had a dad, I would have known. But he was telling me to clean the tires, right? We were washing his car. And I'm cleaning the tires, like the actual, how can I say it? Like the actual outer part.
The black part?
The black part, the part that hits the asphalt, right? That rolls.
The tread.
The actual tire, the thread.
I'm cleaning that instead of, like, cleaning the
white wall.
The face.
Oh, the front of it.
Yeah. So now I was like, dang, like I messed up. Like I didn't know that. And then he told me, he's like, what are you doing? Like, why are you cleaning that? You know what I mean?
That's going to go back on the street.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
going to
yeah,
go back
yeah.
on concrete.
So that was just one of the things where I'm like, oh, kind of like an embarrassed moment. But I was like, dang, like I didn't know that. Mm-hmm. And just from a lot of people, I learned a lot of things from a couple uncles. You know what I mean? Robert, your father, just things growing up. I'm like, damn, I didn't know that. And no one's ever told me that. No one's ever checked me on that. No one's, you know what I mean? So, so that's why I got a lot of respect for a lot of men that have guided me, you know, through life and helped me become a man.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's definitely a missing piece that, you know what I mean? And for example, we're going to go to the fatherless, you know, 5K run. So it hits home. Yeah. You know, it hits definitely home. I think for everyone here on this table and for a lot of people out there, you know, without a father. Yeah. I know, I mean, we know how it is. So, you know, keep your head up. Just put yourself in a better mindset.
Better mindset. Like I said, I think it all comes down to what you put in your mind, who you talk to, who you're around, what you listen to. Yeah. Like how even Robert was saying, even sometimes you can be around positive people, maybe even reading these positive books or watching videos, positive stuff. Mm-hmm. But then you get in your car and you're putting on this music that's all dark. Yeah. Like what do you expect to come from that? You know what I mean? How do you expect to feel getting off the car and then you just listening to something dark? Right. You know what I mean? When you're in a bad mind space, you know?
No, yeah, I agree. But people don't realize that. Like you might say it now, but there's a lot of young people that don't realize that. No. They look up to the artist and they're super fucking cool. I like them and the beat sounds good. Yeah. Even people just listen to the beat. They don't realize it.
Yeah. And that's even there's even times where there's been a few times where we'll be in the car or sometimes I'll listen to what my granddaughter's listening to. And sometimes like, what the heck is she listening to? Like, and there'll be sometimes where I'll hear a song and I'm like, well, that's kind of dark. Like, what's she listening to that for? You know? And I'm like, does she even realize what they're even saying? Right. Does she even realize, like, are you just listening to the beat? You know what I mean? And it might just be just the beat.
Yeah, it probably is with these younger kids.
Yeah, they don't even realize.
And it even sounds way different. Yeah, you don't know unless you look up the fucking lyrics.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of that, and we were just talking about frequency and energy. There's certain music, especially like all these new rap music and stuff. There's certain frequency that they make on the music to kind of cast your brain, to cast your emotions, to cast all that. That's why I like meditation music. There's a different frequency. Like you can look up like 432 hertz and it's supposed to help relax your mind and your body. They're using a different frequency where it's triggering all your emotions and like you're saying,
putting you all over the place.
Absolutely. And especially with us scrolling on the phones, we're getting so much information within minutes. And you're
true, sometimes within damn seconds.
Yeah.
Because you're just going like, oh, okay. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So your mind's like in this tunnel where you're just going through all this like internet stuff.
You're becoming a fucking goldfish, dog. Yeah. You got like a 7-second fucking little focused little attention span. Jinx, you owe me a soda.
I know.
Not a soda. I don't want
you
fucking soda.
You owe me coffee. I'll take a coffee.
What was I gonna say? The mental health, the definition: a person's condition with regard to their psychological and emotional well-being.
Okay.
So. Yeah, because I think there are some people who can go like real deep bad into mental health to where there's people who've even committed suicide over it. You know what I mean? Just because they get so, they get into a spot, I think a space that's just so dark they can't figure out how to get out.
Yeah.
And it's not maybe that they haven't tried, it's just...
They don't know how?
I think it's just whatever avenues they tried or whoever they tried to talk to, it's just for whatever reason that wasn't that connect. It didn't connect for whatever reason. You know what I mean? But look at how many people, especially now, I would say within this last few years, like suicides?
Yeah.
Like it's high. It's high. A lot.
Yeah. And I think it's gone up too because financial stress, financial struggles, with everything going up.
Yeah.
Everything going up and being a little harder to afford everything. Insurances for your vehicles like so high up now. So a lot of people are losing their homes, their vehicles, their jobs, and they put themselves in a situation where in their mind that they feel that they can't get out or they feel embarrassed. They feel they don't want to reach out to somebody for for help, either verbally or financially, hey, here's $100. I know you're going through it, feed your family, whatnot. Find a way to rebound. Like you said, don't give up. Maybe you just went to the wrong person for advice.
Yeah. But I do different things. I do believe people deal with that on different type of levels, on different topics. I mean, to me, it's a big wide range of people dealing with it. You know what I mean? Because it could even be a single mom or a single dad. They're trying to raise kids on their own, trying to deal with it, and then they get anxiety because it's all overwhelming.
Yeah.
Trying to figure stuff out, trying to make sure there's food in the fridge, trying to make sure they get to school, they're dressed, they're fed, bills are paid. I got to get to work. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I think there are different levels of it, and I don't think anxiety has an age, because even little ones have it.
Yeah.
Even like little kids nowadays, in middle school have it. They don't even know how to distinguish it, though. They don't know what's happening. They don't know what they're feeling.
Yeah, and that's one thing that I noticed too. Like with the younger crowd, middle schoolers, high schoolers, they go through a breakup, and then the world is over. To them, the world's upside down. But it's
they kill themselves.
Really?
I said, oh my God, you're gonna meet somebody. Just give yourself a month. Like, next week, you're gonna be talking to somebody else.
Right.
Stay with me here. Stay focused.
And they haven't even got to that next stage where you're saying that being a grown up on the having to pay bills, having to build build a family and keep them up like above waters. Like now that I'm older, now I see like the stress and the struggles that my mom and my stepdad went through. You know what I mean? Like both having a job, both trying to just
everybody having to work.
Yeah.
Well, I remember he used to always say, when his dad and I were married, he used to always say, I can't wait till I'm 18. I can't wait till I'm 18. I'm gonna move out. I can't wait till you turn 18 either.
Yeah.
I know what's up. I can't wait to turn. I can't wait. I hope you do move out, get a job, and go do your thing. Like, I hope so. Yep, I hope so. Mm-hmm. I'll be front row seat to watch it. And then and then as he got older, got his own bills. You know what I mean? And he started working straight out of school, and then he got his own bills. Time started going. A few years went by, and then he's like, "Damn, Mom, like." Going to school, those were the good days.
Yeah.
Like, I couldn't wait to grow up, and now I want to go backwards.
Yeah. Well, it's like I say though too, life is always going to get harder. No matter what stage you think you're at, that shit's going to get fucking harder. You're going to lose more people. You're going to go through more hardship.
Change. Mm-hmm. Your circle of people change.
Yeah, but lose people though too.
Oh, passing away.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
Like, you haven't lost your parents, which is good. You know what I mean? It's great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you're older too, so it's like you might think you went through like so much horrible stuff, which you have. I'm not trying to uncredit that. But that's going to be different though too. It's not done.
It's not done. Yeah.
And people forget to realize that.
Yeah. No, definitely.
We stay challenged, with scenarios and things that come up. But one thing for sure, like, God will never put something on your plate that He knows you can't handle. Mm-hmm. So there's always a way to handle a situation. How to overcome it, how to deal with it, And
I just think I've learned too that even if you get all worked up and stressed out about it, like at the end of the day, what did it change?
Yeah.
I had to learn that. Like, you get yourself all worked up, stressed out, anxiety and everything else, headaches, can't sleep. But at the end of the day, at the end of all that, the situation, it didn't change the situation. Mm-hmm. Now you just in a mindset you shouldn't be in. Health-wise, you're all stressed out. Like, you shouldn't even be there health-wise. You just put yourself in a worse spot on top of the situation, whatever you're dealing with.
That's why I think like working out is so important, because that energy could be utilized to that. Yeah. Somebody got some anxiety, do some fucking push-ups till you don't got fucking anxiety no more. Yeah. Because I used to do that. I used to work out so fucking hard or so fucking much that all I'm focusing on is fucking breathing. Yeah. It's kind of like what all I'm focusing on is breathing. I'm going so fucking hard. I'm going so fucking hard that all I'm focusing on, I can't think about shit but fucking breathing. Yeah. I'm pushing myself that fucking hard. You know what I mean?
That was me yesterday.
I saw that.
That was me yesterday.
You know what's another thing? Have you guys ever thought about like how these last 20 years maybe it's been so big, but like what about 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s? I've never heard fucking people talk about anxiety or depression like that, mental health. It wasn't like, why these years now? In history, nobody else in history has ever fucking dealt with this. Why is this new to the humankind? Mm-hmm. So is it, you know what I mean? Is it fucking that big of a deal and we're just unlocked a new fucking part of our brain or some shit? You get what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. That's the way I see shit. Like, motherfuckers never dealt with this shit before. Why the fuck am I going to deal with this shit?
Yeah, kind of like it's
still the same problems. The problems have always been
there. And like
there.
how you were saying, the kids say they have it at all these ages, but yeah, they learn shit from the parents.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Like, if I had I don't have kids, but if I did, I'd be like, you don't got fucking anxiety. What the fuck you talking about? You're fucking nervous. Go overcome that shit.
Yeah.
That's what I would say.
No, but then I remember, too, like, I think the kids get so wrapped up in their damn phones. I'll say it all the time. Yeah. You know what I mean? They're so wrapped up in technology. Because I remember when the boys were smaller, you know what I mean? They'd come over here to hang out, visit. And this one, all of a sudden, like, he's a big one on the phones. Like, put your phone away or I'm going to take it away. Mm-hmm. As soon as they walk in the house, put your phone away or I'm going to take it away.
I like that.
And right away, you know, they'd hide their phones or they'd be sneaking it out. Dom would always be the one trying to sneak it out. But yeah, he was real big. Like, nah, we're right here a family. Like, enjoy it, embrace it. Like, you don't know who's not going to be here the next barbecue. Like, sit here, put your phones away. Like, what do you need them out for? You're not taking pictures. You're sitting on your phone on social media or you're texting whoever. Like, talk to who's here right now.
Right. Be in the moment.
Yeah.
I hate that shit. You talk to him and somebody's not even looking at you. I fucking hate that shit.
Yeah, he would get mad.
I hate that. That's the most disrespectful thing
this?
ever, dog.
Yeah, okay.
I hate that shit. Even adults, I'll be like, hello, I'm fucking talking to you. Hello. Depending who it is, right? I'll be like, hello, excuse me, I'm talking to you, whatever.
Yeah.
Like, if I'm really cool with you, I'll probably smack you and shit.
Yeah. Well, like you said, that goldfish mindset, man. That short attention span, man. Because like you're everywhere. Everyone's trying to multitask.
Yeah.
We're in a fast pace. Yeah. Like they say, you're living in the fast lane. You know,
the microwave world.
Yeah,
that's what we're living in. Microwave world.
And you want a gourmet meal,
right?
You want that shit?
I'm still trying to make it. Don't be judge me.
See, like our grandpas, they didn't have a phone to tweet their emotions.
Hey, homie, they're fucking different, dog.
You know,
they were a different fucking breed. They fucking look at like my grandpas. I look at them, all the challenges and shit they had to overcome. They were way fucking different, dog. Yeah. Like you're talking about stress from like bills and all that. For them, that shit was normal.
Yeah. Well, and then when you think about it, back then I think they had stress too because they used to farm.
Yeah, but
like they used to farm and do. I'm sure they had stress. Like I'm sure my grandparents stressed out about stuff. Yeah, but I'm sure they did.
Ain't none of them ever said like I can't. But go
none
fucking,
of them ever said had it. You know what I mean? I'm having a mental breakdown right now.
I'm having anxiety. I can't go fucking water that shit right now.
Or they're not. Hey, they haven't been like. What did I say last time I called off? I need a mental day.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think the previous generations were like born savage. You know, they like you said, they had to grow their crops. They just had to figure it out.
They had to figure out we have to push through it because we ain't losing this shit. Yeah. Like we're gonna fight till whether it be your farm, your house, your family, like whatever it was, you're gonna push through it. And we're gonna do everybody working up in this house because we ain't losing nothing. For reals.
Yeah. And I feel like that's why I don't like talking about this word because a lot of people see it a certain way and I don't like that shit as a crutch.
Yeah.
Don't fucking tell me you got some shit. I don't give a fuck about it. That goes back to like, hold up, I don't give a fuck about your excuses. You shouldn't either.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In the sense like, you shouldn't let that shit stop you. You know what I mean? Don't come talk to me about your fucking excuses.
Yeah.
Because you're just wasting my time right now. We got to talk about some fucking...
How we're going to fix it.
Yeah.
How can I help you fix it?
Exactly.
Yeah.
What can I do?
I agree with that. Yeah. Well, how can I help you? How are we going to get on the same page so you can be better?
And a lot of people would always say, have you ever thought about talking to a therapist and how I feel about that? I would fucking talk to a therapist.
Yeah.
I don't agree with that shit. It's not for me.
Yeah.
For some people, if it helps you, it helps you.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah.
For me, it's like, why am I going to go talk about my fucking problems? What is that going to do for the problems? Sit there and talk about them all fucking a year, 2 years?
No, but sometimes you get somebody on the outside giving you a different perspective on things sometimes.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. For certain situations, certain people...
If it works for them. Yeah. If it works for them, hey, go for it. If it works, it takes somebody who doesn't know you at all, your circle, and you got to go talk to somebody, and they give you whatever sentence or whatever word they use that gives you something, and you're like, oh, shoot, I didn't see it like that. Mm-hmm. Like, damn, okay, this is good. Like, I needed to do this. You know what I mean?
And I'll be on the opposite end of what he's saying, too, because I've gone through it where I had to, utilize that counselor. And it maybe sometimes it helps people because it's the first time that you're actually speaking your emotions. And this maybe is the first time you even hear your own emotions. And then by you doing that, you're like, you start realizing, you're like, dang, wait, I'm tripping.
Yeah.
Like, I'm tripping. You know what I mean? I thought my problem was this big. In reality, is like this small. You know what I mean? Like, I'm like, you're psyching yourself out. And for example, when I went to the AA classes and the self-help classes, it was a room full of people. I used to go to two different classes. AA, it was a smaller group, and then the self-help were like man, over 50 people. Like, and you were just hearing all these stories from them, and it's like, damn, my problem is not that big. You know what I mean? You start realizing
everybody else.
Yeah, you start realizing like, you're like, man, I'm actually blessed, like that I didn't kill somebody or, you know, lose somebody, get my children taken away from me. Or, like, there's a whole other spectrum of problems that you have no clue. Just because we're dealing with a certain situation, scenario, we try to box ourselves in like, man, this is bad. This is bad.
Yeah. But I think outlets are good if it helps.
Yeah.
Like he said, you know,
I just don't.
I think whatever works for you, that's gonna put you in a better mindset mentally. Whatever's gonna work for you, but we all want the same outcome.
Yeah.
We all agree on the same goal. We just have different avenues on how to go about it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because I remember, like, if I would have never went to join a cancer support group, I don't even know how I would have done it mentally.
Right.
You know what I mean? When I sit there and think about it, like, damn, like, how am I going to do this?
Yeah, like you did mention, you met a couple women in there that guided you through.
That I still, those are my sisters.
Yeah.
Like, those are my sisters. And we've helped each other go through stuff, whether it be our yearly checkups, whether it be we get bad news, good news, we got to get retested for something. Like, we're on the phone.
Yeah.
Like, girl, guess what happened? You know what I mean? And so we keep each other balanced and checked. And even though, like, if I may call one of them and I'm like, okay, well, we found this, we found that, we don't know, we got to check this. And then I'm calling one of them, like, crying, broken down, you know what I mean? But then on the other end, they're not crying with me, holding me down. They're like, well, no, it's going to be okay. We got this. Like, don't worry. You're going to push through this. Everything's going to be, you know what I mean? It's all positive.
Yeah.
And vice versa. If they've called me, it's been the same way. You know what I mean? So I think those outlets, whether it be support groups, counselors, therapists, whatever, I think if that's the avenue you have to take, don't hesitate.
Yeah, so I'm all for that, like seeking professional help, or even if it's just, you know, a trustworthy relative, you know, a trustworthy friend that's you know, that could help you go through those tough roads. Like, just sometimes you need somebody just to pick up your spirit. I mean, like, hey, man, let's go for a run.
Or you need an outside person to give you, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know, an outside perspective on it. Like, look at yesterday when I went outside to go work out with you guys. And then how you were saying, oh, yeah, I think it helped motivate him more. Because he was like, I'm doing 10. I go, oh, how many are we doing? He's like, 10. I'm like, okay, so my mind, I was like, he said, I got to do 10. All right, I'm going to do 15. So then when he came back, he had we're doing 10, right? And I go, no, I did 15. And then we did 15. He's like, okay, all right, we're at 20.
Okay.
And he's looking at me like, damn, I'm like, is your mom going to be okay? Could she do that? Even when I got on the bench, he's like, could your mom do that? And he's looking at him, like asking him, what are you talking to him and asking him permission for? And he's like, oh, I just want to make sure mom. He's like, yeah, she's going to do it.
Yeah. People are helping each other level up.
Yeah.
You know, instead of bringing yourself down.
Healthy competition.
Yeah.
I love that healthy competition.
Yeah.
But one thing I want to say too about the whole support and reaching out, the only thing I'm concerned about from other people is being dependent on that shit.
Yeah.
Because, you know, you guys see it a certain way, but I feel like a lot of people are dependent on that. And that's where it fucks them up. Like, where they have to talk to their therapist if they don't, it fucks up their whole day. Or they need to hear somebody. And if that person's not there, or your fucking therapist or your counselor fucking retires, your whole fucking world's going to shatter because that's your fucking person. Yeah. That's your hero.
Well, yeah, because you don't want to use it as a crutch.
Yeah, but I'm saying I feel like some people do that.
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about, where it's dangerous, or it's kind of like you got to make sure you're not just depending solely on that. Because once you got that inner shit, the inner fucking savage, that's all you need.
Yeah. At the end of the day, it's all you. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, it's you. No one should be able to make you feel a certain way. And you should be able to dig yourself out, because at the end of the day, man, like, people really don't care. You know, like, some people don't care.
What is that quote? They say, half the people don't give a shit about your problems. The other half are glad it's not them.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying, dog?
That'd be some shit Pa says.
You know what I'm saying?
But as far as like seeking out professional help, I think some people need it because they're either embarrassed or shy or to reach out to somebody that they do know.
Yeah. So I think it's easier, like you said, it's easier for them to talk to somebody they don't know.
Yeah.
Because there's no judgments.
Yeah.
No somebody coming down on me, no nothing, like open space where I feel safe to come and just pour out.
Yeah.
Pour out to you on how I feel without, you know what I mean? And then and then help me
Yeah.
to figure out how to get better. You know what I mean? But yeah, I do agree. Use them as stepping stones.
Right.
Don't get planted there.
Yeah.
Don't use it as a firm foundation to stay focused there. Use it as a stepping stone, because at some point you're gonna have to learn to swim on your own.
Yeah. I like
You know
that.
what I mean?
gotta
You
take
can't
the
just
training
hang on.
wheels off.
Yeah. Yeah. You got to take that, what do you call that? Life jacket off. And
Sooner or later.
start swimming on your own. You can't just hang on to it forever. Hang on to it when you need to get to where you need to. But at some point, you just got to learn how to swim on your own.
Yeah. And then on the other end, there's people that rather not speak to a stranger, and they rather, talk to somebody that they know and trust. And that's why in our 10 commitments, the Savage Commitments, we actually have follow up with the loved one, follow up with a friend or a family member that you haven't spoken to a while, because you never know what they're going through, or you never know, you might be going through something, and you just reach out to that person to lift up your spirit.
Oh yeah, definitely. That's why I think too, like, a lot of people say a lot of negativeness about like the social media and stuff like that. That's how I keep in a lot of contact with my cousins that live far out.
Yeah.
Because like my mom has a big family, and I got cousins on my dad's side. All my dad's family's out of state. They're all out of state. And that's how I keep contact. You know what I mean? I'll shoot a message like when I'm thinking about somebody. Oh, you know what? Let me check on my cousin. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I shoot her a text, hey, just thinking about, or I'll just send her a quote or something. You know what I mean? And then with my mom's side too, that's where we do the same thing. And there have been times where I'm like, damn, like thanks for sending that. Damn, that hit today.
Yeah.
And it's been vice versa, where they're like, dang, you know what? Or you posted this, and I look forward to your post. I'm like, oh, okay, cool. I just post stuff. Sometimes people be thinking I be going through stuff, but I just see it and agree with it. Or maybe I have been there. I'm not there now, but I have been there, and I know what that's like. And then I read it, and I'm like, damn, like that's true, or somebody else, whoever needs to hear it and be reminded.
You could relate to it, and just, that
I'm just sharing it.
somebody can relate to it also.
Yeah.
Not sure who, but, maybe somebody it helps.
Yeah, definitely.
I think the self-talk is big on it.
Yeah.
Because what is like somebody going to tell me I can't tell myself? They're all just words, right? It's just you got to learn to tell yourself what you need to hear. You need to build that relationship with yourself. A lot of us, we're not our own best friends.
Oh yeah, we're our own worst enemies.
You give me advice, or you'll pick me up, but you won't do the same for yourself. Vice versa. I could pick somebody else up, but I can't do that shit for myself. What type of shit is that?
That's why they say sometimes you're your own worst enemy.
You are. You are your own worst enemy. But on the flip side of that, the good thing is you're your best fucking. You're your best critic. You're not critic. What is the word? Like your best fan, your best supporter,
best cheerleader.
You're your best supporter.
Yeah.
Don't be a hypocrite to yourself.
So to learn to have that relationship with yourself, work on that shit, because a lot of people put time and effort into building relationships with other people, and they don't have that shit with themselves. They don't know who the fuck they are.
Yeah. Or they forget. They get so wrapped up in
they put a mask on going through society, but really in life they're like not happy with themselves. They talk bad to themselves.
Yeah.
They talk down on themselves.
Yeah.
And just puts them in a fucked up fucking mindset. I've been there. I'm speaking from experience, right?
Yeah.
One of the techniques I've read about, which is fucking crazy, it tripped me the fuck out when I used to do that shit, negative self-talk. It said next time you're thinking some negative shit, record that shit, say it out loud, record it on your phone. Right? And then like a day later, 2 days, whatever, when you're not feeling like that, go hit play and go stare in the mirror and listen to that shit.
You're on cringe.
Damn, homie, that shit hit. I was only able to do it one time. And I was like, what
delete.
No shit. I was like, what the fuck am I thinking?
Yeah.
Why would I tell? I would never tell you this. I would never tell my mom this. Why the fuck am I telling this shit to myself?
Yeah.
God damn, that's so fucking, you know what I mean? And people don't realize that shit.
Yeah. No, it is true. And I think on a totally different aspect to that, because you guys aren't parents, I think sometimes as parents, as mom, me speaking from a mom, can't speak from a dad's point of view, but from a mom, I think we get so wrapped up in not being first on the list. Because if we're married, you know what I mean? We're always trying to take care of the kids, the husband, the house, making sure everything's in order. And I've talked to other people that are married, my cousins or whoever that are married. And it's like we give so much love and so much need to everybody else, making sure that you're good. Let me make sure he's good. Let me make sure his sister's good, their dad's good. That Sherry ain't on the list.
Don't forget about yourself.
Yeah,
you're cutting yourself short.
Yeah, you ain't even on the list. Like you didn't even make the cut.
Yeah.
But you get so wrapped up. Like, okay, everybody good, everybody else good, the baby's good, the kids are good, the husband's good. You know what I mean? House is good. Everybody's fed. Everything's cleaned. You get so wrapped up in that you forget to focus on, don't forget to put back here. Mm-hmm. Don't forget to put back here because you're so busy pouring out to everybody else, you forgetting here. And ain't nobody else going to pour into you but you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I think definitely you have to focus on that too.
Yeah. And much love to all the mothers out there, because I could relate to that. Like for example, like a scenario during dinner. What's the mother doing? Heating up the tortillas, making sure everyone's fed. Mm-hmm. Then they eat last. So in the Mexican household,
that's what I do, huh?
The Mexican household, that happens a lot. And
I've always done that. I've always fed all them first, and I'm always the last, making sure everybody, even if we have guests, I make sure we have barbecues. I'm making sure everybody eats first.
Yeah. And
like you said, shout out to the mothers, because yesterday was Mother's Day. So happy Mother's Day to all you mothers out there.
Yeah.
My bad. I just want to say that before we forget. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I forgot.
And in a few days, we got the Mexican Mother's Day.
Right after.
Yeah. So, Feliz Dia de las Madres. Much love to all of them, because they do sacrifice.
That's crazy, yeah.
They do sacrifice, and they do.
And they don't fucking complain.
They don't bitch.
You know what I'm saying?
No.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. When's Mexican Mother's Day?
Not sure exactly, but it's in a few days.
You better call your mom.
No, I definitely.
Don't you still have your mom?
Yeah. No, I speak to her every day, but
no,
go on your calendar.
I think Mother's Day is Sunday.
No, you said Mexican Mother's Day.
Yeah, there's.
No, but I think the regular Mother's Day is Sunday.
Yeah, it wasn't yesterday.
It wasn't yesterday.
The podcast are watching it on Monday.
Oh, correct. Yeah, so we're on a time travel.
Come on now. Come on, you guys. Get with the program here. Come on.
Even you and I were thinking the same thing.
Dang, I missed it.
You gotta be 2 steps ahead.
Right?
Yeah,
Happy Mother's Day.
It's May 10th.
Don't worry, we'll edit that out. But much love, you know what I mean?
Going back to what you said real quick about putting yourself first, we've all heard it, right? What do you do first on a plane?
Yeah, you take care.
What do you do?
What do you do what?
First on a plane. The plane's going down. What do you do? If the plane is sirens going off, the mask drop, what the fuck you do?
You put the mask on yourself in order to help anybody else.
Everybody fucking knows it. Everybody's heard it, right?
Yeah. But do you...
It's the same. No, I'm saying it's the same scenario. So that's how you got to look at it.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna be able to. I can't help you if I'm fucking depressed.
You can't even help yourself.
If I'm doing negative talk to myself, I'm depressed. I'm in a dark spot. How the fuck am I gonna give my mom my best, my friends my best, my family, my brothers? I can't give them the best me. Yeah. I'm cutting them fucking short.
Oh yeah, definitely.
That's why I feel like I'm priority, just to make sure I could give myself the best me.
Yeah.
So going back to those nights that you went MIA and you closed yourself out to everybody, I think it's a good experience, because I feel like everyone should learn how to deal with themselves. Like either you go on a run by yourself or on a hike by yourself. Just how to deal with your own emotions. You start learning about yourself. You know what I mean? You start kind of
your fears.
You start analyzing yourself and what you're going through, how you're feeling, all that stuff. And I think it's very important to be your own best friend, not needing to have people around you to make you feel better.
Yeah.
Like find a way to hype yourself up. If it's through videos, through music, through like myself, I like to play basketball. Like if I'm stressing out, or like, take me to, I want to go to the park, play by myself.
Shoot some hoops.
By myself, yeah. And I just start thinking of making the basket. Like you said, breathing, when you're working out. But yeah, just having a good relationship with yourself, knowing yourself,
Yeah, I agree though. You need it. Well, you got to learn how to do it by yourself. Mine wasn't the best way, obviously.
Yeah, right.
But I got to say that's where like people say where the fuck, how savage, or where did you fucking where did you flip the script? It had to be right there by myself in a dark ass room when I became the fucking light.
Right.
You know what I'm saying, dog?
Right.
When I was looking for a light, looking for somebody to help me, looking for a hand, whatever the fuck, shit wasn't there. And I basically created that shit myself.
Right.
So once you do that, what the fuck else can get you down, or what the fuck's gonna stop you?
Right. Like you said, it wasn't the best scenario, but it needed to happen.
It needed.
And like you said, you're not at your lowest up until you realize that you're not, like, I don't want to be here anymore, and I'm going up.
Yeah.
I'm gonna change.
Exactly.
So some people got to go through it, in order to realize that they need to change and they need to become better, or they need to.
Yeah. And not just go through it, but grow through it.
Yeah. Yeah.
A lot of people go through shit, but what the fuck did you learn, dog?
They're the same damn person. Yeah.
You sit here bitching about some shit you went through. Like, how many other people have been through it? You ain't the first, you ain't gonna be the fucking last.
Like Sherry said, and that your dad said, if you go through something and you don't learn from it, like it was a waste.
Yeah, it's pretty sad if you can go through anything with life-changing stuff. You go through something and you'll come out the same person. My dad's like, that's pretty sad when you think about it. But when you go through something and you can step back and it's changed you in a positive way, you took something positive out of that, then it wasn't all for nothing.
I like that.
Well, that's like going back to how losing my dad. Like, that's why I am the way with the phones.
Yeah.
Like, hey, this is quality time. I don't know when I'm going to see you again.
Yeah.
Like, you know, and that was a tragic situation.
Yeah.
But I decided to look at the positive. It showed me how death taught me how valuable life is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, the yin to the
valuable
yang and shit.
And how short it is.
You can't appreciate a sunny day till you've been through some fucking rainstorms.
Yeah.
Like
You said when you said that your dad was just hanging out, watching the birds and the bees and the trees and you're like, what the hell are you doing?
This fool is tripping.
Yeah, what are you doing,
What
bro?
kind of medicine you on? They gave him the shit.
Yeah, but it's, you know, appreciating life, appreciating the moment. You know,
and he would have never done that if he would have never been in that position.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
He wasn't that type of person.
Yeah, he was definitely not that type of person. And I think, unfortunately, he did have to go through that. But I think when he went through that, it did make him a different person.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? In the end, he was not the same person. So.
Yeah, that's crazy. I think you always got to look at stuff. Try to look at stuff for the positive. Try to look at stuff for, you know what I mean? What can you learn from it?
Yeah.
You know? It's crazy.
Yeah, no, definitely. And what I always say, and I always post it on my stuff, remember, it's that self-love that's required. Don't you dare cheat yourself. Because how do you expect to love somebody else if you can't even love your damn self?
Yeah.
Whether it be your friend, your best friend, your cousins, your kids, your partners, it doesn't matter. But if you can't even be good and love yourself, then how are you going to be good and love somebody else? You can't. It's all got to start from,
within.
You know what I mean, within.
Yeah.
So whether you got to take time out and go look for help somewhere, or vent somewhere, or do whatever you got to do to make that positive move to get to where you need to be, then do what you need to be so you're not stuck.
Yeah. You got to do the
or
inner
go
work.
backwards.
I think a lot of people too, they fuck up because they see on social media, they see everybody happy as fuck. Everybody posts the happiest moments, so it makes them feel down about themselves too, that they are not happy like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I wish I was traveling all the time. I wish I was on vacation all the time.
You know what I mean? Like the whole love thing. Somebody could post that they're like in love, and really they're fucking not. They're fucking arguing and shit, complaining.
That's true.
But what you see on your phone, like, oh, I don't have that.
Oh, look, they look so cute together, but you don't even know their relationship could be miserable.
Bro, like that's just like 90% bullshit.
Toxic.
That's just that's just fucking smoke and mirrors and shit.
Yeah.
Believe what? Believe half of what you see and believe half of what you hear and nothing you see?
Yeah.
You can't compare yourself with other people. You know what I mean? You're on your own, your journey.
You know, people post stuff just to sometimes post.
Yeah.
Their own insecurities.
Yeah, their own insecurities. They got to validate and put it out there.
Yeah. But yeah, I think it's definitely a touchy subject. And if you're dealing with it, I hope you fucking know you can overcome it.
Yeah.
You know, that's the first step. That's the first step right there. But yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you're dealing with it, you know, seek help or, you know, seek our podcast, you know, listen in. I know we got some good valuable, you know, within our episodes here. And
thank you for sharing it, liking it, supporting it.
Sharing,
the people who are fucking supporting it from day one and shit, you know what I mean?
And I think self-development, you know, it's a part of self-development. And we're doing it ourselves by doing this, you know, because we're bouncing ideas and thoughts and trying to help each other, and hopefully, you know, at the end of the day, at the end of the episode, it helps somebody out there.
Yeah. And we want you to see us grow too as people, you know what I mean? We thinking long term, 5 years, 10 years from now, how do you think we're going to be as fucking podcasters or working out or, you know what I mean? The life finances, everything. Yeah. Like you guys are coming along for the ride, but why just watch when you could be a part of it too and shit?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, definitely.
But yeah, so I think that's all we got for today, right? You guys good? Anything else you guys want to say?
Don't forget to sign up for the run.
Yeah, sign up for the fucking run.
Don't forget to sign up for the run. We look forward to seeing some of you guys there, or everybody there.
Yeah.
We look forward to seeing everybody there.
And no matter how hard life seems to get, you know what I mean, keep your head up, keep your shoulders up. Just know that, you know, it's just a phase that's happening. Just know that you're going to be able to get out of it. And stay positive and keep a positive mindset and just follow your dreams, follow your goals. Don't let one little, you know, accident, incident, or
setback
situation.
Don't let yesterday affect today.
Yeah, and don't
worry about tomorrow because you don't even know what's gonna happen.
Yeah, and tomorrow's not promised.
That was my problem. I used to always worry about like days that weren't even here yet.
Yeah, some problems that haven't even happened.
Yeah,
right? Yeah.
Like
So
Friday ain't even here, and I'm already worried. You know what? I used to always be worried about it. My dad used to always tell me, "You're worried about next week, and you don't even know if we're gonna make it there."
Yeah. So love yourself today.
Yeah.
You know, love those around you today, and just enjoy the moment.
Yeah.
And no matter how hard it is, no matter how hard, how fucking dark it seems, how fucking lonely you get, how fucking tough, how much you want to break down, like keep fucking going.
Yeah.
Keep going, and just
Keep fucking
remember,
going.
you weren't always like that. So you know what I mean. You were happy, and it wasn't always dark. So push through it, because you're gonna get back to being happy again.
Yeah. So just become better every single day. You know,
Yeah.
every single day is a step forward. Even sometimes we feel we take 2 steps back, but fight back. You know, fight back through it and just become better.
Yeah.
And that being said, you know, choose to be a savage over average.
Yeah.
And
You got the choice, you got the power. Make the fucking decision now. Make the decision right during this fucking video. You know what I mean? Make a decision to better yourself, to do the things that you got to think. What would a happy person do? How would a happy person look? What decisions, what habits, what goals would they have? And you got to embody that shit.
Yeah.
You know, you can't have all the shit without fucking doing the habits and doing the whatever they do. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It's just not gonna come knocking on your door.
Yeah. You can't have that shit without the hard work, without the dedication, without the discipline, without the fucking, you know?
Or sacrificing.
Yeah.
Yeah, so if you guys got any value, you know, from this episode, you guys got to make sure you hit the subscribe button
Right here somewhere. We'll put it somewhere right here.
right there. Oh, there it is. Give us a follow. You know, put in some comments.
Put
let
in
us know.
comments. We want to hear feedback, whether
Definitely.
it be criticism or not. Like, it's all welcomed.
Yeah, don't be
It's all
scared. Don't be
welcome.
scared.
Don't be scared.
Don't be scared to be the first one to comment and shit.
Yeah. Don't hold back.
Yeah.
Tell us what you feel. Tell us what you feel about it, or what your opinion is on the topic we talked about.
Yeah. Yeah, and thank you guys for following it, liking it, and everything. And yeah, we appreciate you guys more than you guys know, and let us know, give us feedback too. You know how you guys like it. But yeah, you guys have a great fucking week. Get after that shit. Stay fucking savage and get after it, motherfuckers.
And I hope everybody had a good Mother's Day.
Peace.
Let's
Night.
go.